making one with me. You never know.
Oh, that's right. Make a reservation with me right here on WCRS every morning, Monday through Friday. Yes, we're right here with you, just having a good time. Penny and me. Let's check in on Penny here today. She's, what you doing over there? She sit up and show the folks you got your new jacket or new shirt on there. Don't you want to show them? Nope, I don't want to show them. Okay, well, we'll wait till you do want to show them because she's looking pretty spiffy this morning. Hey, here's a penny for your thoughts, though, from Penny, Penny, Penny. Penny for your thoughts. 864-332-9355. That's Penny right there. Penny, Penny, Penny. All right. Well, anyways, make sure you stay with us here this morning. We're going to have a good time. First off, we're going to check out the weather. Oh, my gosh. The weather is fabulous out there right now. I don't know how it's going to be later, but for right now, it is lovely. So let's check the weather real quick here. If maybe I can find it here. I got all these notifications coming in. Stop talking to me. All right, it's 74 degrees out there. Feels like 74 degrees. We are looking for a high today of 86 degrees. And the big question is, are we going to have any rain? And I can say with unabashed non-authority, I don't think so. Partly cloudy skies this morning. It's beautiful sunny skies out there right now. Will become overcast during the afternoon. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High of 86. And tonight, what are we looking for? Low of 68. Now, Saturday could be another story, folks. Saturday, rain showers early with overcast skies later in the day. High of just 82 degrees. Winds light and variable. Chance of rain up to 80% with a low of 64. Sunday comes in, sans rain. Well, 15%, but I consider that sans rain. High of 76, low of 64, just a 15% chance of rain. Monday, looks like we have about a 45% chance of rain. Tuesday, back down to about 20. Wednesday, 5%. Thursday, which this is great because it's kickoff to festival week with the GPA, Greenwood Performing Arts. Beach Blast, of course, yesterday afternoon. We had Richard Loper and Rhonda McDaniel both here. We had a great conversation yesterday afternoon, talking about the old days, talking about things happen when you're recording a song. I mean, it just was all. We even talked about bats in the Belfry down there at the Newberry Opera House. I mean, you got to check that one out. That was a fun show yesterday afternoon. Of course, that's right there on our Facebook page, and we are live on Facebook right now, WCRS Radio. And then, of course, Rhonda she has been really busy. It was so great to catch up with her. Both of them will be playing the Swingin' Medallions. With Richard will be there. The Swingin' Medallions and Rhonda McDaniel both are going to be playing right there at the Beach Blast. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you are going to get your tickets. You can get those from greenwoodperformingarts.org. That's greenwoodperformingarts.org. So get your tickets today. Come on down. They're going to have food trucks. They're going to have beach blast. They're going to have a little sand. We're going to have lots of dancing. Want to see you there? I'm going to be there. How about you? So if you have no reservations, come on Thursday. Come on down and join the Beach Blast with the Swinging Medallions and Rhonda McDaniels. So this past week, I'm telling you, we have had so much rain. I think they said we had 11 inches of rain in 7 days. And so the ground is, what shall we say, soggy, very soggy. But hopefully it'll dry out this weekend. Well, this has been quite a week. We've had morning guests. We've had afternoon guests. It's nice to have a day for me. That's right. Fridays are for Ann. How about that? I like that idea. So, but we've talked to Mark Murph, who is the general manager out there at Gunnels. And, of course, Penny got to try on a life jacket for a dog, very essential equipment. They are going to be out there at Grand Harbor today. That's right. Today is the day, I would say, for sure, to get out there. Tomorrow could be iffy, but they're good. But then again, tomorrow we could have no rain. You know how it goes. But anyways, today would be a great day to get out there to Grand Harbor. They've got their pontoon boats in the water now, folks, so you can literally get on board, check it out, see all the features. The pontoon boats of today are not your daddy's pontoon boats. So you need to go check them out and see all the fun, all the extras that have been added. They're also doing special sales, so or special incentives, or they just want you to come out and check it out and see what you might like to do. Also, if you live on the lake and you want to just cruise on over there, you've got a boat you might want to trade in. They can check it out right while you're there. So that's what's going on. That'll start at 10 o'clock this morning till about 6 both days. And again, today would be a lovely day to be out there on the lake. Hopefully tomorrow will not rain as much as they're talking about. But if you want to get out there, today is a great day to get out there. All right. Well, near the top of the hour, we are going to announce our winner of the Chick-fil-A Breakfast for a Bunch. Breakfast for a Bunch. You still have time to enter, folks. So why don't you do that right now? 864-332-9355. Do you have a service group? Do you have a group over at any business in our area that works hard every day? Nonprofit, profit, doesn't matter. Chick-fil-A wants to do something delightful and surprising for your group because, we work hard every day and it is nice to have a little treat, a little somebody saying thank you for remembering that we're here serving our community. So whether it's a profit, for-profit, nonprofit, doesn't matter. Just matters that you recognize that they could use a little surprise and delightful and loving it treat from Chick-fil-A. That's Breakfast for a Bunch. 864-332-9355. We'll be announcing probably a little after when we come back after the 10 o'clock break. We'll make that announcement. Woohoo! So it's going to be a lot of fun and it's going to be surprising and delightful. So you go ahead and turn in a group that you believe deserves it. And if for that, you get a special treat from Chick-fil-A too. So, all right. Good morning, Greenwood. That's right. Good morning, Greenwood. We are rolling here this morning. We have a lot of stories to talk about. I've had a hard time deciding what order to talk about them. So I may just put them out there. One story that, in fact, I'm just going to give you a list of the stories I hope to cover. We'll see if we get them in or not this morning. Jill Biden saying that she thought Joe Biden was having a stroke during that fateful debate with Trump. I'm going to go ahead and just comment on this one right now. If you really thought your husband was having a stroke, why would you come out afterwards and say, Joe, you did it all. You answered all the questions and then go to Waffle House? Why wouldn't you get your husband to a medical team that is standing by right there? So I don't think she's doing herself any favors by making an excuse such as that. I think if she really thought he was having a stroke, surely she would have sought medical attention immediately, because we all know that with having a stroke, time is of the essence, and it doesn't appear as though anybody else thought he was having a stroke, because they just afterwards went to Waffle House. I can't imagine. Anyways, I'm Ann Eller. That's one topic. I thought I would just put that one out there for you. I want to cover David Stumbo came out with a statement, not yesterday, day before, I guess it was, on the Medicaid fraud. This is something that is a huge story that if David Stumbo becomes the next Attorney General for the state of South Carolina, something he definitely wants to concentrate on, but more importantly is identifying this as an issue in our state. You know, we have a tendency to think this is, some other state, Minnesota, California, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're also going to be talking about, I'm not sure I understand this story, and maybe I won't even talk about it today. But the new president of Clemson pushing back on DEI. I'm a little confused, but we'll if we get a chance, we'll talk about that one. The $250 bill that will have Trump's picture on it. Now, the thing about a living president cannot, I repeat, cannot be on on any money. So it's the Dead President's Award to be awarded to be on a bill. However, they have already designed this bill. It is ready to go, and it'll be $250 bill for the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. That's pretty cool from that standpoint. But the big thing is they've got to get it through Congress. And what was it? Scott Bessent yesterday was doing a presser and talking about this, and he goes, well, we've got it already. We just have to get it through Congress. And he was acting like it could be a done deal. I don't see how that has any chance of going through and being a done deal, folks. As much as they can't do things that are good for the country, such as passing the ICE bill or any of the SAFE Act. Everybody wants the SAFE Act, and we have a Congress that is deadlocked into doing that. What makes you think that they are going to actually make a bill and pass a law that says a living president can be on a bill, a $250 bill? What makes you think that will be a piece of cake to get passed? I see that as probably a no-go. I think also one of the things that we're forgetting is that President Trump has he has quite a record. I think I was reading that he's endorsed 118 candidates. I think I'm right on this. And his record is exceptional this time. Now, you may remember last time when he was endorsing early on in a campaign, and that did not do the candidate well. This time, just take, for example, Massey out of Kentucky. He waited till, a week before? Just did that with Cornyn and Paxton down there in Texas. Waited till 3 or 4 days before giving his blessing to endorsing them. So the question is on this, is he going to make more endorsements that are going to make a difference. But the point I wanted to make about his endorsements is he's also, I'll use the word, pissed off those that he did not endorse, like Cornyn, like Massey, like some of the others that have been primaried out. So he has taken the margins, which have been very small, of margins that the Republicans have had, and probably reduced it anymore, because now if I've been primaried out, I'm no longer going to be in Congress, but I'm going to be there till the end of the year. Am I going to work with this president? I don't know. And so to vote for putting his image on a $250 bill may be a little problematic as to whether it goes through. Just something to think about. Of course, they have not unveiled, they haven't shown it. I wanted to see what they had for his picture. Did they make him younger? What did they do here to Trump? But I'm sure it would be a great honor. It certainly would be a great honor for the president to be on it. I just question whether they'll actually be able to get it through. And then there's this little thought in the back of my brain that would the Treasury go ahead and print off some and ask for forgiveness when they did this or not? I don't know. 864-332-9355. That's 864-332-9355. I just think this is kind of interesting. All right. There you go. There's a little nugget for you, a news nugget for you to contemplate as we get ready to go into the weekend. There certainly are going to be a lot of events. I want to talk about some of the events, too, that are going on. So we'll make sure we save us some little bit of time for that. Now, the big local issue here is data centers. And it's really not just a local issue. It's a nationwide issue. And the pushback that is being seen on data centers, not only here in Greenwood, but and not only here in our state, but across the country, is the data center issue. So I wanted to talk about the Planning Commission had a meeting the other night, and what was that, Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday night. It was highly attended and a lot of discussion about this. So, County Council had wanted to go ahead and get a zoning change for data centers. And of course, a lot of people have said, does that mean a data center is imminent? And when I've asked some county council members, they've kind of looked at me like I was nuts, which only told me one thing. Must be true. No, I don't know whether it's true or not. But I have heard data centers. Do you realize that there are 39,000 plus parcels of land that are zoned that could be there to be used for data centers? So the Joint Planning Commission of Greenwood County voted on Tuesday to deny a request to change the wording of the county zoning ordinance to allow for data centers as a conditional use in designated parts of the county, those zoned for heavy industrial, light industrial, and rural development district uses. As part of the vote, the commission also recommended putting a moratorium on data centers for 24 months until further investigation can be vetted properly so parameters can be put in place. This, to me, is actually, it's not surprising, but it is a little delightful that they have done this, don't you think? They have recommended a moratorium. Now, here's the thing, though. Just because the zoning zoning board has made a recommendation does not mean that county council will do it. And you know how I feel about their executive sessions that our county council has. I'm sure on Tuesday, because they do have another county council meeting coming up on Tuesday, that one of the big discussions will be, shall we override the folks' wishes and do a moratorium for 24 months on data centers, or should we go ahead and approve? They have the final say. So this is probably going to be one of those county council meetings that you may want to speak at if you're allowed. I don't know, so I don't want to go out on a limb here and say you definitely can speak. But this is one that if you feel passionately about this, you may want to be in the audience at there, and you may want to see if you can speak. But that is coming up on Tuesday. So this is we've seen where in Spartanburg, the folks up there had a deal for a data center. It became so contentious that the data center left, and I think is building in North Carolina. And the people were successful, shall we say, in defeating that. This is one of those questions that you really need to be careful what you wish or don't wish for when it comes to data centers. They're so new and they're moving so fast, there is no way for us to know. I think taking this 24-month moratorium is a great idea. I personally would like to see Greenwood County take that opportunity to take that 24 months and then have some real investigation. Being active in what is happening in our community is very important, and I applaud the groups that are out there being concerned about how our property is being divvied up. We don't want to become a community that afterwards says, why did we vote for that? Why did we vote for this? So this is a good thing. Rob Russian, I'll take a little bit more from this article. This is in the Index Journal. Rob Russian, Deputy County Manager for Operations, explained to the Commission that the text amendment was proposed because the Greenwood County zoning ordinance is to date, and I quote, ambiguous on data centers. That means there's nothing there on them. Russian noted the public has voiced concerns on social media and in emails about the possibility of data centers being built here. He said the amendment would be a key step towards regulating data centers should they come. Under the current RDD restrictions, Rural Development District, a data center is allowed, Russian said. Now, currently there are no conditions specific to a data center. I might remind y'all about the solar farm that they were going to have to do a zoning change for, and then that was going to go over all those different pieces of property. I think that came up in January, February, first part of the year. And lo and behold, they found that they didn't need a zoning request, that they could slide it under. So I think it is with very, very, very smart for the zoning board to take this up, because it says currently, Rob Russian said, currently there are no conditions specific to a data center. Russian said the conditional use word change would apply to zoning for light industrial district, light to heavy industrial, as well as RDD. It is not tied to any particular property. It is not tied to any particular project. A month or so ago, our county manager came to me and asked me how our zoning ordinance addressed data centers. Truthfully, our zoning ordinance does not address data centers at all. This what they've come up with is meant to cover what we think is a hole in the ordinance. We want to move forward with conditions to make sure we plug this hole. Rob Russian said county planning did do research and put together a proposed text amendment to address dedicated server facilities for storing, processing, and managing digital data. Jim Medford said, so in the simplest terms, today our back door is wide open for something coming in here without much controls or requirements. This request is to tighten that up significantly to protect the concerns about this type of industry. So as you can see, the Planning Commission took this very seriously. They took the input from all who have been commenting on whether it's social media or direct contact with the planning board. So they have made this recommendation, and so County Council has already taken first reading of this requested text amendment. It will have a public hearing at its June 2nd meeting. Now, public hearing means you should be able to speak. So if you want to be there a little early and sign up, you should be able to speak. The motion to deny the text amendment and recommend the data center waiting period was made by Commission member Lynn Brooks. Before making her motion, which was later seconded and voted on and approved, she said basically there's a couple of things that are not addressed in here. One of the things is that many communities with data centers have experienced an over 200% increase in their utility costs, water costs, and all of these things. With having over 39,000 parcels in Greenwood could have a data center, you're talking about leaving the door wide open. So this text amendment request was made by the Greenwood Planning Department, the final item on the agenda. So this is where we're at. They have said that they've made the, appropriate text amendment, but they've also asked for a 24-month, 2-year moratorium. This is a big step in, I'm going to say, a win for the people, that this has been approved through the Planning Commission. Now we'll have to wait and see what County Council does on Tuesday. So please make sure that either you're at the meeting or you can always watch it on YouTube. 864-332-9355. That's 864-332-9355. Anybody got any comments about this morning? How are you feeling about this? Do you feel the Planning Commission did their job? Give me a thumbs up there. Or do you think they went far enough? This, of course, is early in the game, but it certainly is, in my opinion, a move in the right direction. All right, we are right here at WCRS Radio, and we are going to hear a quick word from our sponsors and some messages that we need to get in every day because it is political season. You do know that that you can early vote today and all through next Friday, and then that'll be the end of early voting. You can vote at the library here in Greenwood and at the Visitor Center in 96. Those are the two places to vote. Lots of activity on early voting, which is kind of interesting to see. So please get out. You can early vote, get her done, make sure you have made it. Well, before we do this, I just had a comment come in from one of our texters here. She goes, I don't think they went far enough, but it's definitely a good start on the data centers. That's kind of where I am here, at least. And if we could get this moratorium in place, that would at least protect for right now and give them the opportunity to really investigate it and for us to really investigate where we are on this. So we are going to be right back. Don't you go away because I got more to talk about here on WCRS. Let's play this before we play a commercial break. I love this. Take it away. Oops.
Have you noticed that
I got
things
more to
feel a
talk
little
about here
strange,
on
a little
WCRS.
peculiar?
Let's play this before we
That's
play a
because
commercial
we're
break.
living
I love this.
in
Take it
bizarro
away.
world.
Oh, yeah. I loved it so much I forgot to roll into the commercial. Okay, let's see. Are we right here in the commercials? Yes, we are.
Step up to the plate with Greenwood American Legion Post 20, celebrating our 85th consecutive year of proud tradition. This season brings new energy with head coach Corby Long leading the way, building champions in baseball and softball on and off the field. From the diamond to the dugout, we're more than a team, we're family, and it's the best deal in town. Kids 12 and under are free. Join the tradition, bring the family, be part of Post 20's legacy today.
Hi, this is Mark Murph with Gunnels Marine, inviting you to our in-water boat show Friday, May 29th and Saturday, May 30th at Grand Harbor Marina N96. Come step aboard the newest models of Godfrey and Harris pontoons, explore premium features, and even take a ride on the water. We'll also have water sports gear and accessories to get your family ready for the summer on Lake Greenwood. Special event pricing, manufacturer incentives, and financing opportunities available during the show. May 29th and 30th, 10 a.m., open to the public. Stop by, step aboard, and let the summer begin with Gunnels Marine.
Hi, I'm John McCravey. I've stood for our Christian conservative values, pushed back against the wasteful spending in Columbia, and fought for local issues that impact our community. In the process, I've offended some politicians in Columbia. Guess what? I really don't care. Whether it's protecting Lake Greenwood or simply being available when you need help, I've always believed in being responsive to the people I serve. If you need me, you can call me directly at 864-396-3110. I'm John McCravey. I paid for this message. If you need me, you can call me directly.
Hi, this is Brantley with Greenwood Chick-fil-A. Nominate your office, teachers, church group, or team for Breakfast for a Bunch with WCRS. We love surprising and delighting our Greenwood community. Call or text 864-332-9355. It would be our pleasure. Call or text 864-332-9355 for Breakfast for a Bunch with WCRS.
Hello, this is Lisa with Greenwood Performing Arts. It's a blast, a beach blast. Join Greenwood Performing Arts in collaboration with the City of Greenwood for the Beach Blast featuring the legendary Swingin' Medallions and special guest Rhonda McDaniel on Thursday, June the 4th at the Uptown Market. Gates will open at 5 o'clock with performances from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Dance the night away with your favorite beach classics, food trucks, snow cones, and more. Come kick off the South Carolina Festival of Flowers with sand in your shoes and music in your soul. And special thanks to our season sponsor, Lakeland's Plastic Surgery, and our event sponsors, First Citizens Bank, Deals Heating and Cooling, and the County Bank. Tickets and details available now at greenwoodperformingarts.org. Don't miss the Beach Blast on June the 4th at the Uptown Market. I'll be there in my beach chair. How about you?
Oh, that's right. That's right. I don't know why we're here in. Okay, we are ready to roll here. Are we back in? We are back right here. Let's see. Penny said she wanted to. Let me get Penny back up here. Penny is sitting here. She's wearing her new shirt here today. She are back right here. Let's see. Penny said she wanted to. She likes her new shirt here. She likes her new shirt. I don't know what I'm hearing. I'm hearing something, too, on an echo, so we'll have to get that checked out. Hopefully it won't mess up the show, because we got a lot more to talk about. Just have had some comments coming in. Some people said they'd heard two data centers. That would be unbelievable. And Greenwood is just not going to take this, are we? So we've got to be vigilant. We've got to make sure that County Council understands understands, right? Understands that we don't want data centers here. We certainly don't want data centers here till we know a whole lot more about them. So this 2-year moratorium is a great thing. And as one of our texters here that said this morning, thank you, Lynn Brooks, for standing up. Actually, thanks to a lot of members of the Planning Commission for standing up and saying, this is what we need to do. This is a good first step. We'll, of course, have to see what County Council wants to do. So, just wanted to bring this up. This is a big issue. It's a big issue not only here in Greenwood, but across our state and actually across the nation. I honestly think if we're going to have data centers, maybe we should put them out there in the desert somewhere. You know, we have these, what was the thing they put in several years ago? I remember doing a story about this, where they were storing all our data in this huge data center out there in, what was it, in Nevada, somewhere out there, huge place. Maybe they should put some of those data centers out there. We don't need these things right here, do we? No, we don't want South Carolina taking over with that. We've got too much beauty here to have a data center taking up space. All right, moving on. That's my comment on that. What else did we have? I wanted to talk about who is winning this week. Now, let me see. Do we have any more entries come in here? The thing about it is, if your entry is not picked this week, one of the things we are doing is keeping them in the pot for another week. We do this twice a month. So without further ado, I should go ahead and tell you who this week's winner is for the Chick-fil-A giveaway. Let's see, I was going to try to find a little sound effect here for it, but I may have to just do it myself. The winner is, for this week, are you ready? Oh, I found it. Are you ready? It is Deidre over there at Greenwood Rehabilitation Hospital said she nominated her therapy department crew at the Greenwood Rehabilitation Hospital. She shared that her team works hard caring for patients and would appreciate a Chick-fil-A breakfast for a bunch as a thank you for all they do. So, congratulations to the Greenwood Rehabilitation Hospital therapy crew over there. You have just won breakfast for a bunch. There you go. Thank you. You can enter a group for breakfast for a bunch. All you got to do is go to 864-332-9355. That's 864-332-9355. Yes, I will address, we do have some echo, and I don't know exactly what's going on. I will have to get tech to check it out. I don't think I can fix that myself. I don't think I've touched anything or done something. I don't know. Let's try turning that down. Maybe. Let me know. 864-332-9355. To move along with just a few more items here this morning. We've talked about the data centers. That's what I would kind of consider a win right now through the Planning Commission. We'll have to see where that goes futuristically. Now, what else do I have to talk about? I want to talk about all the great guests we had this week on WCRS. You know, one of the things that you can always do is go back and watch or listen to any of these interviews that we did, and we had a lot of fun. I got to admit, it was a lot of fun with all these guests. So we started out This week we started out with John McCravey, who is, of course, up for re-election for District 13. Then we heard from Mark Murph Wednesday morning. We also heard from John Jefferson, who is running for District 13. We had a great time with Festival of Flowers, all the excitement and things that are happening. We had, let's see, who do we have? Garden Symposium Tours, Stephanie Turner and Barklow. We talked about with Trency yesterday morning about all the things going on. And we talked about the fun run and the music. Nick Massey and Dan Worthington, all these people came on and shared about everything going on in our community. So for the Festival of Flowers, and of course we did a little bit of political speak, and then of course you don't want to miss out on the in-water boat show out at Grand Harbor. They are going to be having a good time doing that. So let's move on, see if we can find some other things that I wanted to talk about. One of the things I wanted to talk about is, of course, yesterday was the opening of baseball here in Greenwood, and tonight is, let me get that message here now. Oh, Lord, Ann. Tonight is Veterans Appreciation Night at Legion Field. All veterans and first responders get free admission. First game starts at 5 p.m. with visiting teams, and Post 20 Braves play at 7:30 against Greer. So please get out there. It is a lot of fun to go to an old-fashioned baseball game at the John Nave Field out there. Honoring our veterans and first responders is another good thing. I believe that they get in for free tonight. So that's going to be a good game. They opened up last night. Had quite a group there last night. I did happen to take a trip over there and see that they were out there having a good time. So there you go. Get out there, take the family, have some old-fashioned family time at the John Nave Baseball Stadium, which is right out there at the Greenwood County Recreational Complex, formerly called the Old Civic Center site. Okay. Oh, what else do we have coming up? We have, what else do we have? Next week, we're actually going to have them on the radio next Tuesday. Battle of the Birds. They are going to be having a big blood drive. We'll be talking more about that, but I did want to tell you to get your blood ready to be pumped. That's right. Over there at Self Regional. That's going to be a good conversation. Good to know that they are going to be out there doing this and collecting blood for the most needed time of the year. And of course, blood has a shelf life, so we need to make sure that our blood banks have enough blood to help all that are in need. All right, graduation ceremonies. We are turning out a group of graduates today, Greenwood High and Emerald High. So that is going to be over there at Lander, 9:30 for Greenwood High, 2 p.m. for Emerald High School. So they are going to be excited to be graduating, and we're excited too. We hope that they go on and get good jobs and become productive citizens, and it's an exciting time of the year. Sad in some aspects, but exciting for the future. Okay, free summer meals for kids. Summer food service program is going on June 1st, which is Monday, through July 17th, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 to 12 at the Edgewood Community Center in 96. All kids and teens 18 and under eat free. Just show up and grab your meal. How about that? 10 to 12 over there in 96 at the Edgewood Community Center. If you'd like more information, you can contact Dorsey Miller, 864-337-6980. That's 864-337-6980. So that is a good thing. Now, coming up tomorrow, and I sure hope it does go on tomorrow, the second annual Emerald City Spring Car Show and Vendor Event. They are going to be out there at the Farmers Market by the Civic Center. It's going to be going on from 10 to 4. They're going to have a craft show with handmade items from local artists. They'll have a car show and a cornhole tournament. Now, hopefully that'll be able to go on because we are talking about a lot of rain, but maybe it'll change by 4 o'clock this afternoon, so it'll still go on. But they would love to see you out there. It should be a huge, huge event, and it is free and open to the public, so come on out and check that out. That's going on tomorrow. Also, coming up on Monday over there at Chick-fil-A. Woohoo! It is June 1st. Any graduate with a school ID is invited to stop by either of their stores, spin the wheel, and win a prize. So how about that? That's from Chick-fil-A. They want you just to come by if you're a grad, show your ID, and they will let you spin a wheel and see what you are going to win. Please bring your school ID or graduation cap to participate. Open to high school, college, and preschool grads too. So those kindergarten grads can get this too. I like it. 1 spin per person. You don't get any do-overs though, that's for sure. No do-overs. All right. And I told you next Thursday, of course, is the opening of the Festival of Flowers with the Greenwood Performing Arts Beach Blast going on. Get your tickets at GPA, GreenwoodPerformingArts.org. Get those tickets today so you'll be sure to be there and have a good time. Want to make sure that you do check out the Festival of Flowers, scfestivalofflowers.org, so that you can get apprised and make your plan for all the different events that are going to be going on there. Of course, main weekend is next weekend. So also, next week, senior vouchers, Wednesday, June 3rd and Thursday, June 4th. Wednesday from 9 to 3, that's on June 3rd, that's next week. Thursday, 9 to 12, $50 in vouchers for qualifying seniors. That'll be done out at the Farmers Market, the one right out there at the Greenwood recreational site, the Farmers Market. It is at 250 Wheelbank Circle. To qualify, Greenwood County residents must be age 60 or older, meet some income requirements, report their household size, and have a legal form of ID, such as a driver's license. This is not a big deal, but such as a driver's license. But they will have these $50 vouchers, and they can be used. They can be used all across at the farmers markets. You do not even have to get out of the car. Drive-through voucher pickup, and that will be, as I said, at the farmers market at Wheelbank Circle. Distributed on a first-come, first-served basis. Distribution may end early if all vouchers are given out before the scheduled end of time. Keep in mind, in the past, there have been huge lines over there, so just keep that in mind. If you're going over there, have to go for another reason, be prepared. There may be lots of cars over there in line getting those vouchers. So please check that out. If you need to make a telephone call, you certainly can. 864-942-8515. That's 864-942-8515. So That's a few of the things. I did want to tell you about this one more thing. South Carolina Governor's School for Agriculture at John De La Howe this Saturday from 9 to 12 will be participating in the Ag Plus Art Tour by offering campus tours at 9 and 11 and offering beef and eggs from their farm for sale. We'll also be putting the ag in the Ag Plus Art Tour. So go check this out. These are self-guided tours. And this tour is the largest tree farm and art tour in the nation, with over 150,000 visitors participating since 2012. This is a huge deal and a great way it's a great way, number one, to get your children and grandchildren to see where your food comes from. That's right. It doesn't always just come from the grocery store, right? All right. There you go. I think I am going to say I am done. We will have to check out what this echo is. I'm not sure. But anyways, thanks as always for letting me know. Want to say another big congratulations to Deidre over there at the Greenwood Rehabilitation Hospital for saying we'd like to participate in something delightful and surprising from Chick-fil-A and WCRS and their entry, Breakfast for a Bunch. The therapy department over there is going to get breakfast for a bunch. So please sign up today. We'll be doing another one in about 10 days. So make sure you get signed up. Don't hesitate. Do it now. And do know that your entries, once they're in, are in. We will keep them in the pot and see what happens next time. That's going to do it for me. Tune in tomorrow morning. Hopefully we'll have Trash to Treasures. I got to find out what the echo is, but we'll check that out and be ready to roll tomorrow. Don't forget Gunnels Marine. Gunnels Marine is having that boat show out there at Grand Harbor. Would be a great day to get out there and check it out, because life is a lake. Life is being on the lake. I'll just tell you, I'm gonna call Mark Murphy and see if they've got a mini pontoon. You know, they got these big pontoons. Penny and I would like a mini pontoon, wouldn't we? Well, maybe we would. She's looking at me like she's not sure. Anyways, that's going to do it for us. I hope you all have a great day. Get out and enjoy some of this weather while we have an opportunity to have a little less rain. There you go. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye. While we have an opportunity to have a little less rain. There you go. Have a good one, everybody.